What if everything in your life, every choice you make, and every loss you experience, was already decided from the very beginning? In the world of Berserk, fate is not just an idea. It is a real force that shapes the lives of everyone within it. And at the center of that force are five godlike beings known as the Godhand. The Godhand are not just demons. They are entities that exist beyond the physical world, guiding events and manipulating destiny itself. They appear at moments of extreme despair. When a person has reached their absolute lowest point, at that moment they offer a choice. Sacrifice something precious, usually someone deeply loved, and in return gain unimaginable power. Those who accept become apostles, beings who abandon their humanity for strength. But the God-Hand do more than grant power. They control something called causality, which is the chain of events that connects everything in existence. According to them, nothing happens by accident. Every moment leads to another in a perfectly designed sequence, and they ensure that sequence unfolds exactly as it should. At the center of the God-Hand stands Void, the leader and embodiment of causality itself. Void was once human, but he sacrificed everything to ascend into something far beyond human understanding. His appearance is unsettling, with a body that resembles a long spine and a head with an exposed brain, symbolizing pure intellect detached from emotion. Void speaks in a calm and formal manner, as if everything happening around him is simply part of a greater design. During events like the eclipse, he takes control of the ritual and marks victims with the brand of sacrifice, condemning them to be hunted by demons for the rest of their lives. Even when faced with powerful enemies, Void remains completely composed. He has the ability to bend space itself, opening portals and redirecting attacks with ease. To him, free will is nothing more than an illusion, and everything that happens is already predetermined. Next is Slan, often referred to as the goddess of flame. Slan represents desire, emotion, and chaos. Unlike Void's cold and logical nature, she is driven entirely by feeling. She is fascinated by the intensity of human emotions, especially pain, love, and hatred, which she sees as the purest expressions of life. Slan often takes a particular interest in Guts, the main character of the story. She is drawn to his struggle and resilience, frequently appearing to provoke him and tempt him into giving in to darkness. She tries to push him toward becoming a demon like her, believing that embracing suffering is the ultimate truth. Even when she is injured, she reacts with pleasure rather than fear, showing just how deeply her perspective differs from that of humans. Then there is Ubik, the manipulator of the group. Ubik may appear small and almost harmless, but his true power lies in his ability to influence the human mind. He does not force people into making decisions. Instead, he carefully guides them toward those decisions by exposing their deepest fears, regrets, and desires. Ubik can enter a person's mind and bring their memories to life, creating visions that feel completely real. Through these visions, he forces individuals to confront the truth about themselves. During the eclipse, it is Ubik who plays a key role in pushing Griffith to accept his transformation by showing him the reality of his past and the depth of his ambition. Ubik does not lie. He simply presents the truth in a way that makes it impossible to ignore. Another member of the God-Hand is Conrad. Unlike the others, Conrad is mostly silent and rarely shows emotion, but his influence is just as powerful. Conrad represents disease, decay, and widespread suffering. He spreads chaos not through direct confrontation, but through plagues and epidemics that devastate entire populations. Conrad often manifests through swarms of rats, symbolizing how destruction can spread quietly and uncontrollably. While the other members focus on manipulating individuals, Conrad affects entire regions, creating despair on a massive scale. His presence is a reminder that not all destruction is immediate or visible. Sometimes it spreads slowly, until it is too late to stop. Finally, there is Griffith, the newest member of the God-Hand, and perhaps the most complex. Griffith was once a human, a brilliant and charismatic leader known as the White Falcon. He led the Band of the Hawk, a group of mercenaries who rose to fame through their victories in battle. Griffith dreamed of creating his own kingdom, and he was willing to do whatever it took to achieve that dream. However, After losing everything, including his power and his future, Griffith was faced with a devastating choice. During the eclipse, he chose to sacrifice his closest friends and comrades in exchange for power. This act transformed him into Femto, a member of the Godhand. As Femto, Griffith becomes cold, distant, and almost completely devoid of human emotion. He gains immense power and eventually returns to the physical world, where he begins building a new kingdom. To many people, he appears as a hero and savior, but his rise is built upon betrayal and unimaginable suffering. Behind even the Godhand lies a deeper force known as the idea of evil. This entity exists within the abyss and represents the collective unconscious of humanity. It was created by the human desire to find meaning in suffering, pain, and death. The idea of evil controls causality, shaping the flow of events across the world. It ensures that everything that happens, whether good or bad, serves a purpose that aligns with humanity's deepest desires. According to this entity, the tragedies people experience are not random. They exist because humanity itself, on some level, seeks meaning through them.